All right, Shalom again. Got a phone call and it messed up the first recording, so this is gonna be part two. All right, so within part two, I'm gonna show you some videos. All right, and it's gonna be about how the American is going to institute this digital dollar and what could be the potential effects. Okay, so it may be kind of long, but just listen.
Dossier of your travel habits, your health records, what bedroom you sleep, what rooms you occupy in your home, what is your activities of daily living, what music.
Let me stop this. It says so. Ledger banking goes into effect in October 2025. All right, this is a part of the central bank digital currency stuff. This is part of that beast system that they're going to implement throughout the world. Okay, all right. And as you just heard this man say, they're going to be tracking and keeping watch on certain things. So that means you're going to be under surveillance. Okay, all right.
Do you like? Who is registered in your cell phone directory? Who is registered in your email directory? What browser searches do you follow? What is your driving record? What is your DNA? You'll have a DNA dossier. Your DNA will become your molecular MAC address.
Your DNA is going to become a modular MAC address. All right. So this is crazy, man. This is what's coming about.
Media access control for neuromodulation to tether you to the cloud. They will have a whole file for under precision medicine for your DNA, and your DNA is essentially your plastic tag for a dairy cow on the air is your DNA. Palantir will have a copy of your molecular MAC address, and your income tax filing, your bank statements, your mortgage information, all of that's going to be zeroed out by the year 2030. You may have $100 million in brokerage account. It will be turned into zero, and you'll be given a social credit score, and our entire money system will be flipped to Hyperledger system, known as central bank digital currency or cryptocurrency. The Hyperledger system is maintaining a dossier.
There you go. So you heard it out the devil's mouth himself, okay? All right. He's just a pawn in the game, right? And he's doing his part, but part of his part is to get the cattle to take the device, all right? And the cattle, he just mentioned, like, hey, you know, that the modular DNA structure, all right, is part of the tag that will go on the cow, right? And he tugged on his ear. All right, but that's what's coming. But look at this. This is what's in the Bible blue letter, and it's under commentaries for the under John Brown commentaries, right? It says here in the readout of the microchip, there are 9 levels of information that designers want included. They were name and image of or picture of your face. They also wanted social security with extra international digits. A fingerprint identification was to be included. Physical description, family address, family history, address, criminal record, occupation, income tax information. So some of the same things that this man mentioned right here, it's written in this commentary by John Brown, all right, for Revelation 13, 1 through 18, all right? And I got another video.
Days into
I also remain fully committed to my pledge never to allow the creation of a central bank digital currency in America. It won't happen. My first.
So I saw that clip on my Twitter timeline. I'm like, thumbs up, hell yeah. I'm flapping my wings like a bird because I'm like, we're free from the central bank digital currency. This is an actual win. And then a few moments later, I see the clip from his buddy, David Sachs. And this is what he said. Take a listen.
And now today, you have another historic legislative achievement that is a monumental step to fulfilling your promise to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. This Genius Act will unlock American dominance in the crypto industry by creating clear rules of the road. It will update archaic payment rails with a revolutionary new payment system. And it will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use.
Did you guys hear that? One more time.
It will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use.
So to me, that sounds like the same thing, just a different label. Instead of a central bank digital currency, oh, no, you're not getting that. You're just getting a digital dollar. Anyways, I was curious, so I went to ChatGPT and I asked it, I said, how exactly will our lives change with this new Genius Law passed and a digital dollar? And this is what it said. It said you'll still use dollars, but digitally. It said you won't stop spending money, but you'll slowly stop spending physical cash. It'll be fast, cheap, and convenient, but behind the scenes, every transaction will be logged, traceable, and potentially programmable, which sounds terrible. It says that pilot programs will start quietly. You might start getting offers like claim your $500 digital rebate, faster tax refunds if you sign up for your federal wallet, and it will feel like a reward, but it's bait to get you into the system early. I'm sure my audience will enjoy this one. We'll be nudged towards a digital ID, and to use the digital dollar long term, you'll likely need the KYC verification, your social security number, and possibly even biometrics, face scan, and fingerprint. And eventually, the wallet will equal your ID. And once you're in,
Hey, that digital ID or that digital wallet is going to be that that RFID chip, okay?
opting out becomes harder. Thumbs up. Next one, it says your money could be smart. Programmable money means that your funds could expire if not spent by a deadline. It could be restricted to certain merchants, items, or regions, or be frozen or limited based on government decisions or flags. So to me, that kind of sounds like if you get on their bad side, they could just freeze our funds. Think if you keep questioning about the Epstein files, your account's going to get frozen. If you keep, questioning why we send all this money to our greatest ally while we have a bunch of issues here at home, your funds will be frozen.
So if you do anything against the government, all right, I think they have this type of system in China already, that social credit score. They can nix you and tax you on your dollar based on this ledger system that they have that you have no real control over, all right? Because one, you have no real control over because they are doing and are going to do away with that paper dollar, all right? I was looking in what I was looking in earlier in regards to central bank digital currency, all right? It said it was a slow process of phasing out the dollar, okay? All right? And if you can't control your money physically with it in your hands, they can control it for you with that digital wallet where they're going to be inputting your money and taking it out. He also said it could expire, all right? Paper money doesn't expire, all right, but digital money can.
Sounds great, doesn't it? Next one, it says surveillance will be built in. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Anything digital they can basically see and flag you and watch what you're doing and spending on at all times. So good. Here we go. I'm sure my audience is going to absolutely love this one, and that is that they will have more control over us during emergencies. And think Palantir, they're going to have all our data. They're going to know if we're vaccinated, all this BS. And then they'll be able to say, oh, it's an emergency. There's a new pandemic. You got to stay home to stay safe. Hey, you, what do you think you're doing? We know that you're not vaccinated. Well, you're supposed to stay home and stay safe. And we see that you're trying to go to that bar, that movie theater, hang out with your friends. You're in danger. You're putting them at risk. Before, they couldn't really do much about it because you just use cash. Now it's all digital, what they're trying to do. So they'll just be able to shut your account down and you'll be screwed. And this is how it finished. It said, bottom line, this is what the Genius Act sets the foundation for: a compliant, traceable, and eventually programmable dollar rolled out by private actors just strictly to avoid the CBDC label. With government back-end control, it won't look like tyranny at first. It will look like innovation, safety, and convenience. But over time, it becomes a soft prison that you can't escape without being flagged. Anyways, guys, who cares about all that? Because the good news is, at least it's not a central bank digital currency. It's a digital dollar, which does the same thing. And we're still controlled, and there's still psychopaths. But it's a different name, a different brand. So everything's great. Thanks, Trump, for banning CBDC.
All right, everything is not going to be great for you so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians if you decide to partake in this form of currency. All right, because I had read Revelations 14:9 earlier. If you decide to take in this form of currency, the Lord's going to destroy you by fire. All right, I'm going to look up that word tormented again. All right, here we go. It says, in the Greek, the word is
Strong's G 929. Basanismas. Basanismas.
all right, torture, torment, torture, the act of tormenting, the state or condition of being tormented. Hold on, that's not the one. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's the same word, I think.
Strong's G 928. Basanidzo. Basanidzo.
It says here, definition 3, to torture, to vex with grievous pains of body or the mind, to torment, to be harassed or stressed. And that's what's going to happen, all right? Let's look up the word torture right quick. It says the act or practice of inflicting severe pain or suffering on someone as a punishment in order to force them to do or say something, all right? And that's going to be a tool on you individual, used on you individuals to take that chip in one way, okay? All right, they're going to gradually push it on you like the guy said in the video, you know, push out incentives, you know, blase blah, faster tax returns, whatever the case may be. But ultimately, it's going to come down to you getting your head cut off, okay? Let me see if I had this video here.
They took you. That's
Y'all.
Bruh, I will just explain happening
before the end of this.
Currency, man. Right. You gonna get your head. Right. You can laugh. Right. It ain't no.
Yeah, this is another one, but maybe it's on my
Just today.
No. Yeah, maybe it's on my IG. All right, but nonetheless, the situations in America and financially things are changing. And if we look at
Remember,
this right
you are required to receive your digital injection device before the end of this month. Being late will incur penalties.
People stop being fucking stupid, man. Right. When they crash this economy, man, this is going to be the new currency, man. Right. You're going to have to put your right hand and your forehead out to go ahead and buy and sell in this economy, man. All right? Are you going to sell your soul to Satan, or are you going to get your head fucking chopped off, man? Right. That's the choices that's coming in these days, man. Right. You can laugh.
You say you're going to sell your soul to Satan, which is give it over to this beast system, all right? Or get your head cut off, man. All right? That's the options, all right? That's going to be after all the incentives that they push out. When it's time for the devil to turn up his torture, all right, his pressure, all right, in the form of which he's going to cause people to take it or institute this beast system, all right. One of the last ways, all right, to get those rebels in is to threaten them with torture, all right, whether it be to you or your family members or your children or your wife or your husband, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, just trust in the Lord, man, all right.
This stuff, talk all the shit you want in your mind, but the Lord gonna judge your ass, man. Right. All right, this is a serious matter, man. Right. It ain't no more.
So you heard that? You talk all the shit you want in your mind, but the Lord's gonna judge your ass. And we read it, Revelation 14:9. All right, Revelation 16:1-2. All right.
Time to be playing around with you people, man. Right.
Look more on the John Brown commentaries. Okay, let's look at this. Revelation 16. It says, he got it highlighted here in the circle in blue. As we discussed earlier in these chapters, a foul, loathsome sword could be a result as an angel simultaneously popping the lithium battery that power the womb to tune microchips implanted under the skin of all those marked by the beast. All right, that can happen. All right, that lithium battery, the Lord can have it go off. All right. And then it caused some type of malfunction in your body. Look at this right here. Let's pause it as soon as it comes up. Look at that. It says, if you're in a situation, just know if you make it past this, the Lord has a reward for you for having faith and endurance to the end. Right? That's what's gonna come to. That's what it's gonna come to at the end of the day. This right here, if you don't get bought in by the incentives and the torture of your family members or the torture of yourself, this could be the lot for you. But remember, the Lord got something for all those men that stood stiffly for him at the end. All right, Lord Williams edifying to the next time. Shalom.